Puggies, and welcome to Livin the Pug Life show. And tonight, joining me as my co-host is Charles, and he's getting ready for the Pug Isoween dress-up competition. So tonight he's a little puggy cowboy. As you can imagine, he's not too happy about his hat, but that's all right. We can now that he's shown his finest, we'll take his hat off. So I'm your host, Donna, and as I said, this is my co-host, Charles. And tonight I'd like to introduce you to my special guest, Cooper the Groomer. Now, you guys would have met Cooper a couple of weeks ago when we spoke to both him and his mum when we were talking about their pugs, Peppa and Odin. So he's the Hooman-brother to Peppa and Odin, and he's a groomer as well as studying to become a vet nurse. Now, is there anything Cooper can't do to be like the pawfect human to the pug community? Now, the bonus for us is that Cooper is going to talk all things pug grooming, dispel a myth or two, and confirm or deny whether pugs really are the worst breed for getting their nails clipped. So, everyone, please join me in welcoming Cooper. And I think the puppies were swapping themselves around. So, I think we've got Peppa.
We've got Peppa here, yes. Hello.
Welcome, puppies.
Peppa's here.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight again.
No problem.
I was going to say we've had a few people. So Claire's talking about Charles, but that's because she didn't get to see Peppa. So that's fair enough. And Claire, obviously being in the UK, says good morning. Hello
good
to
morning.
So just oh my God, with the messages are going hot and fast today. So hello to Kim and to Tonka, and Tonka's sending puppy love, which is just absolutely wonderful. And I was going to say Rachel and Agatha managed to make it on time this week without I have to admit, like we even had on Wednesday night when we were catching up the dreaded daylight savings. Oh my God, it's actually 7 o'clock and not 6 o'clock. And
daylight savings.
Yes. Damn you, daylight savings, as much as we love the sunshine. So hello to Elvie, and I have to say happy birthday to Elvie too. Her birthday was on the 5th of October, and it would have been Minnie's birthday today. So happy birthday to beautiful Minnie, even though we know she's over the rainbow. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Hello to Lynn and Cooper the Groomer and Pugs and their Pug peeps. I love it. As Lynn likes to say, good evening, everybody.
That's
absolutely
great.
I just love it. Oh, look, it's Phoebe. So Phoebe's saying hello. So I can imagine that Peppa is very is missing having her days at doggy daycare with Phoebe. So
she is. She's missing it very much. Don't you, Peppa?
Gerald and Oscar apparently are staying well back because they're concerned that part of tonight's episode is that they have to have a bath.
Live demonstration.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the opening video definitely showed that. So, and for everyone that saw the opening video, that was Cooper trying to wash both Peppa and Odin.
Peppa and Odin. She's trying to become a vocal part of the. She's turning around.
Absolutely. So, but I did, and hopefully everybody did see the puppy at the end. He just reminded me of a tumble dryer dog. Spinning around circles. I mean, it is probably the best way to make sure that
every part of the dog's clean. Yeah.
How else are you going to make sure that you get everything? It's the all bits and crevices.
Yeah, all the bits are done.
So,
dog.
So Mum's obviously outside. Very nice, very nice. I like to see who else is here. Oh my God! So hello to Joanne and to Willow. So I do know I was getting messages from Jo just before. Willow got her raspberries and blueberries before the show started. So very important. And apparently Willow says hello to Peppa too. So absolutely wondering. So Lynn's definitely looking forward to the grooming tips, and
I'm all for it. I know everything about pugs. I'm self-proclaimed. I know everything about pugs, but I like to think I do know a lot.
As the pug human, and I have to admit, Claire's already gotten right to the point, so she wants to know about pug litter. That will be question number 2. So the first question, which is one of my favourite questions I like to ask every week, is obviously tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into grooming.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Cooper, obviously. I'm 18.
And where you groom, you better give us a plug for where you groom.
Oh yeah, Pug. The dog wash and carrying bar, best grooming in the Shire, hands down. No other place better than us.
Very good.
How
did you get into grooming?
Well, it's a funny story. It's not that interesting. Or my mum basically, she brought the pugs in to get washed one day, just the usual wash, and then she asked the owner, Daniel, best boss in the world, obviously.
Absolutely.
She's like, do you have any openings for a job? And he was like, no, at first. And then when she came to get the pugs back, he was obviously like, oh, wait, how old is he? And I think I was maybe 16 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 16 at the time. And from then, I started on a Saturday, and I've just been going from there slowly. And then from there, they started to teach me certain things, how to clip dogs, nails, stuff like that, and we haven't gone there.
Awesome. And so obviously being a pug owner, pug parent, pug bro.
Yeah. Pug bro, yeah, I love that.
Pug bro, definitely cooler than being a pug mum or a dad. Does make you sound a bit old, really. It definitely, I'm sure. Because Cooper and Odin go to work with you, so
yeah, everyone goes. Well, Peppa and Odin both come to work with me lots. It's more Peppa than Odin. Odin's a bit. He's not. Oh, he's at my feet now.
Oh, wow. So he's not always socially awkward.
Yes, Odin's a bit.
But Peppa is, if I remember from your episode a few weeks ago, Peppa was definitely the one that that likes to move with the crowd and get them going. So
Peppa's the social one.
Now in the video, you had both Peppa and Odin. So which, when they were doing the blow drying, which was the pug that was just, you could see that they were in little puggy seventh heaven because they're just the way.
Yeah.
And then
Peppa was loving it. Peppa was got her head up. She was just enjoying all the heat and the warmth. She was loving it. But there's definitely some times where most of the time after, there's like a couple of 10 minutes usually after the wash and blow drying that they usually run away from me. Afterwards, they're like, I'm not going back in that bath.
I'm so glad it's not just me.
Oh, yeah.
So, as Claire said, her question is how can we cut down on the pug litter? And obviously, one of the, I suppose, hotly contended debates that I have at playgroup all the time is should you shave your pug?
It's a great question. I've definitely mixed views on shaving pugs. I think it's very good, but also can be a bit, weird at the same time. It can be a bit bad at the same time. I do, if your pug's shedding a lot, it would be great for shave the pug if it's shedding a lot. But there are other ways you can not get the pug shaved and stuff like that. Sorry, I've got my plate.
No, that's okay. So what's the main reason that people would come in and ask for their pug to be shaved?
Heat. Not prevent them from overheating.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. In the summer, we get a lot of pugs needing to be shaved because, obviously they have all the hair on them. They can overheat sometimes. It can actually prevent overheating as well, which is it's a pro to shaving a pug. But a negative to shaving a pug, the hair can grow back really weirdly. It grows back rough. It grows up. It just does. You lose all the softness of it, stuff like that. But it's a good, shaving a pug's definitely a good thing, rather than a bad thing. The pros outweigh the negatives.
So if we didn't want to shave our pug, then what are the other ways that we can sort of keep it down?
Oh yeah, of course. There's certain brands of shampoo out there. They're called de-shedding shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
You can always ask if you take your dogs to the groomers, you can always ask them, de-shedding shampoo if they have any. Ask around. I'm sure they'll have some, most likely, and they can use it, rub down the pug. Then they leave it for 10 minutes, and it really helps get all the stuck fur out of the pug. Yeah. Works really good. I use it on Peppa and Odin.
Yeah.
And it both helps with the the shedding. It really does help. Also, another one is there's a really, really good type of brush out there. It's called a Ferminator.
Yeah.
They're amazing, those brushes. I use it on Labradors, Pugs, Huskies, any type of dogs that shed a lot. You just use it on it. It's an amazing type of brush. There's cheap versions and there's expensive versions. I usually go. Oops, sorry. There's expensive versions and there's the cheap versions. Both equally good, but I'll more go for the expensive version of it.
No,
the one I got was $20 and it broke really easily.
Yeah.
Because I was just using it trying to get the pug hair out. Mostly on Peppa. Odin's not shedding as much because he's a single coat dog, while Peppa's a double coat.
Now, obviously, with double coats are generally the ones that really do drop a bunch of hair.
Lots of hair. Peppa, I've got hair all over me right now. That's why I'm brushing my nose so much because it's all over my face at the moment.
It's so I get it in my face mask all the time.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot with me.
Really, what you're trying to do is move it away.
Yeah, just trying to scratch my nose, get all the hair off. It's just everywhere.
So what's a good technique to use with a Ferminator? Because I've seen people use them and they've actually ended up scratching their pugs with it, and so I've always sort of been a little bit more gentle, but Charles hates Ferminators, so I've got to brush him with a brush.
And
I
mean, both are equally good, but the Ferminator is better than the actual brush. You can get a lot of hair off with that.
So what's sort of the right stroke / pace that you should use, if it's the right word, with a Ferminator so that you get the hair out, but without actually hurting
scratching the pug? That is a problem a lot. Like, I think they're called it's a problem. It is a problem. You know, how hard you do it. You can't just grab the brush and start going wrenching at the pug, obviously, because that will scratch the dog's skin and it will cause it can even get to the point where you can actually cut the dog.
Yes.
But he's sort of like a medium type. We demonstrate on Peppa.
Yes. He's a pug I've pre-reared.
He's a pug I've pre. I do brush her a lot. It's more like not too hard brushing like this.
Yeah.
It mostly comes from most of the hair that I usually see. It comes from around the bottom area.
Yes.
The thighs and around the neck.
Yes, I've noticed that with Charles especially, and I just always assumed that was Charles.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's a lot of pugs that I usually see, and it comes a lot from the bum area. It's most of the coat, it's like, if you can see on Peppa here, a bit of it's actually stuck. Yeah. Stuck in there. It's like a bit of the pointy fur. You can sometimes even just pull it out like that, and it just doesn't hurt him or anything like that. It just keeps coming out, and it's stopped. It's in the air now. Yeah.
So, amazingly, another fantastic question at just
another great question.
Nose creases. So I've been in your video. You had a washing.
I was washing. Yeah. Washcloth. Yeah.
And I use baby wipes.
That's great too. Baby wipes are
But with a washcloth, I've heard a number of people use soap, or they use, what's the best thing to use with a washcloth? Because obviously baby wipes or doggy wipes already have whatever's in it to sort of do cleaning. So what about with the washcloth particularly? I'm going as fast.
Yeah, it's happening to me as well. Obviously best would be to use baby shampoo because, obviously with the flat face, the creases, they're so close to the eyes. I'm not going to cooperate with that. Obviously it's so close to your eyes. You don't want to get any shampoo because, like, the high concentrated shampoos, like normal soap, you get that in the pug's eyes, their eyes are going to be bright red by the end of it, and they're going to be obviously in some discomfort. It's best to use baby wipes. If you don't have any of the baby wipes or the doggy wipes, then by all means use the washcloth. Yeah. And use baby shampoo or even doggy shampoo. If you have any lying around, because that's most of the time doggy shampoo is, hypoallergenic or stuff like that. It won't irritate the eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah. So when you're washing Peppa and Odin's face, what do you wash with a washcloth, and what do you wash with soap and water?
With soap and I usually wash, because obviously the pugs with the flat face, they can get water into their lungs.
Yeah.
So I usually, like the entire body, I wash with soap and water. That's the usual thing. But when it gets to the head, that's when I start using the cloth. I go over the entire head with the cloth. I just wet the cloth with the normal water first, and then I kind of go over the we have this special type of soap. It's blueberry scented, so it smells great.
Smells yummy.
Yeah, it makes the head smell amazing. I usually go like that. I just drench the cloth in, I squeeze it up, gets all soapy. It's great because it doesn't have any soap in it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't irritate the eyes at all. It's great. I love using it on the dogs. It's great because it's really, you can really like get out the grease of the dog's face as well, which is a common problem. But yeah, I just go over that, and I just go over the entire face, going in the folds of that around there. Don't really do near the ears so we don't cause ear infections. Because that's also a common problem with pugs, ear infections. I just do that, going around the face, doing under the chin as well. We should get that. Usually pugs have two, well, Peppa, right, she has two folds.
Yeah.
She has one fold, then she has like a tiny little fold right above her nose. Yeah. And that's where all the dirt's kind of is.
And I wonder, how do they get the dirt in there? Like, it's amazing.
I know. Well, Peppa, she likes to dig, so.
Oh, well, I don't see Rosie and Charles do it. I have to admit, Charles is not too bad, but Rosie, I just look at her and go, how do you get that much dirt in your nose?
Yeah, no, it's shocking as well. Yeah, no.
It's just amazing. Now, it's a good thing you mentioned the ears, because Charles used to get ear infections all the time. And so we now use auto wash pretty much every week to keep it flushed out. But obviously, we're talking about the fact that the way that the pugs are susceptible to ear infections. So what's the best way to keep their ear clean so that there's not sort of a build-up of wax, but without obviously causing an ear infection?
Yeah. There's many ways to clean. Obviously, wet wipes. Wet wipes can be basically used for anything on pugs. Folds, ears, everything. But no, wet wipes. I use ear wipes for the folds and ears. Yeah. They're both really good, clean both, get rid of the smell. Because, obviously, the yeasty smell kind of lingers in the ears. But there's some pretty good brands of, like, ear wash. Yeah. They're called Epiotic. Yeah. It's kind of like a liquid. You just kind of, like, pour it into the ear. And then you kind of just swish it around. Yeah. And you just kind of wash it out, basically. And it gets all, like, the liquid out, all that. And it can actually prevent ear infections, stuff like that, getting rid of all, like, the yucky wax and stuff like that. Yeah. So, because we do this once a week, but that's because, obviously, Charles is susceptible to ear infections. How often should people be sort of tending to, actually, the whole fight, like, they go to the groomer once a week, obviously, when we're lockdown, and then midweek, we do a midweek touch-up, for want of a better term. Yeah. No, that's great, yeah. But how often, because people see in Facebook groups and conversations, some people do it every day, someone does it. I see. There's different varieties of people that do it. What's a good average, especially someone who's sort of never done it before, or they've got a new pug, what's a good average to sort of do face cleaning? Face cleans, ear. As much as you can, to be honest. I know. I could come in and say, like, every day would be a great. That's like the gold standard. Do it every day, but in reality, people can't do it every day. And obviously, some people don't have the time to do it. So every week, I'd probably say maybe like a Friday, maybe Monday, like dedicated day to do it, and just go over the pugs, folds, ears, stuff like that. Just like daily touch-ups. So I just saw a bit, and I'm going to put this comment up because Gerald and Oscar say never. Peppa agrees with them. Peppa says never too. And same with ear cleaning, apparently. We just never do it. So I can't believe, but Peppa looks like she loves being groomed so much. The look on her face, she just like, or is it just? Yeah, she quite likes. She likes the attention that comes with it. Of course. Which is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to show you some of the other comments. So
Elvie, who was Minnie's mum, she has pugs of her own. She's also fostered. And so she's saying about how for Hero, she actually used to get him clipped every summer, and he loved it. Which is I've never clipped my pugs, so but I don't think I've ever really had a need to. So as I said, it's quite a contentious issue, clipping or not. So it's always one of those conversations that I like to hear people's differing opinions, I suppose, for want of a better term. This particular Facebook group, which means that they're from, so it's from Saffron on the Hill. Hello, Kaz from Saffron. So they use Maliceb.
Maliceb
is
good, medicated shampoo.
Fantastic shampoo, and I've used it on a couple of my pugs who've got sensitive skin.
Maliceb. That's all. It's a common shampoo we use with bulldogs, brachiocephalic dogs, because they all mostly have. A lot of them have skin issues. Those type of dogs, they all get the same type of skin issues, and it's also great with getting rid of ringworm, stuff like that, various skin diseases and stuff like that.
Oh my God! There you go. That is just. I never knew that. That's actually quite good to know. I was going to say.
Maliceb's great. It's
so your mum has said no shaving.
No shaving the pugs. We're firmly against shaving the pugs.
That's fair enough. So apparently Gerald and Oscar have RSPCA on speed dial if we ever try and clean them. So that is so funny. Now I did see another. Oh, here we go. So so this is from Alison. So she has two beautiful pugs. She has a fawn and a black. So you can imagine. So
differences.
You never win with clothes when you've got a fawn and a black pug.
Yeah, no, you can never win. We're black and
So apparently Yindy's nose fold is because she buries her face into her food, which is
that's it. That's basically it. That's basically where most of the dirt would come from, food.
Yeah, makes it because Rosie and Charles are on they're on a bath diet, so I never actually thought that the crud on her nose fold was actually food as opposed to her. Bury her face in anything, that's for sure.
Oh, Peppa doesn't. Peppa likes to bury her food. Coughing up something.
So probably the other question everyone wants to know is nails.
Oh.
So I will hopefully we're beyond young children's ear time. I'm chicken shit when it comes to my pug's nails. I will not do them. And I read recently that depending on how you cut your pug's nail or cutting a dog's nails, that can actually affect how long or short the quick grows.
With that, don't ever cut the quick.
Yeah, because it's obviously very painful.
Very painful. They will remember. They always remember when you cut the quick. Sadly, I've messed up a couple times with nails and I've quicked dogs. It's not fun. It's not fun to clean up, especially if you don't have the right stuff to stop it. You may have to take them to the vet.
Oh, no. So
get them to stop the bleeding. Never quick a dog.
So if for those, and so probably two questions. One is, if we were going to do it at home, what's probably the safest way to clip the nails without getting the quick? Is it sort of less is more? Yeah.
It don't. With that, the best way to do it is just slowly cutting off. Well, depends. Pugs don't have white nails. If they do, then you can obviously see the quick. It's the red part of the nail. Never cut that bit. Obviously, most pugs, they have black nails, which Peppa's pulling her paw away from me right now because we've been on the receiving end of me training to cut nails, which has never been good. But, going, what I usually say is, cutting little bits off until, you're all right, that might be enough. Instead of just going, all right, this is going to be it, and cutting the nail, and then, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But just little bits at a time until, well, the best way to see it is, if you look at the nail, there's usually, a little hole in the nail, and that's how you can usually determine how close you are to the quick.
Oh, I never knew that. I mean, as I said, I'm chicken shit. I always take them to
Oh, yeah, no. It's a pain with pug nails.
So, and because my next question, I've seen the sanders as opposed to the online and all that sort of stuff. Are they better or are they just as difficult to use as the actual scissors?
Peppa loves her nails being filed as opposed to them being cut. Oh, hello. She absolutely loves it. She loves her nails being filed. There's a couple of videos I have of my dad was doing filing her nails at night, and she's just sitting there sleeping, and she's loving it.
Oh my god!
She's absolutely loving it.
You should have shared that one.
Oh, I should have.
Incredible. That's okay. After the show, you need to share it so that we can see her being. She
absolutely loves her nails being filed.
That is amazing.
She loves it. And like should be dead asleep and you just like filing her nails off. She's like sleeping there. Loves it.
That is just incredible. I'm still too chicken to try that with Rosie and Charles.
Yeah, no. It's actually filing probably would always be the same as clipping the nails.
Yeah. So your mum has said, yep, definitely it's a nail file.
Nail file, yeah. They love it. It's also great if your pug has really sharp nails and they're like digging, like cutting you open, which happens quite a lot to me. Yes. Dogs come in with razor sharp talons.
Yeah.
And all over your body. It's a great way to file your nails down. It's like blunt, so they're not cutting you open anymore.
So because the dew claw always, it's sort of even, because generally I sort of find, because Rosie and Charles go for walks most days, but their dew claws really don't sort of get filed down. So even
by the concrete when they walk along.
Yeah, so even if their nails look short, they still need to get their dew claw done. Like that's a so whether they go to a groomer or a vet. That's my understanding.
Yeah, on the dew claw, that's Odin. He doesn't have his dew claws. He got them taken off. Odin has his dew claws taken off. Yeah, he doesn't have his dew claws. But Peppa, she has them, and they are like talons.
Well, so apparently Opie, who was our guest last week, apparently has dragon claws.
Yep. That's Peppa's. Yep, the dragon claws. You stay as far away from it as soon as.
Oh, dearie. Well, I'm going to, because I'm going to ask my next question, but I'm going to put up these comments first. So Agatha, who's
scream and thrash.
Black Puggy, will scream and thrash like I'm murdering her if she tries the claws.
That's Peppa. That is exactly Peppa. I try to cut her nails. She's the devil. She actually tried to bite me a couple times.
Oh, wow.
She tried to bite me. But I hand her off to one of the other groomers, and they will clip her nails perfectly. Bear in mind, some of the other groomers have years and years more experience than I do. But
so apparently Arnie shakes at the sight of clippers whenever they come out. Oh, dearie me. And so apparently I'm just sort of looking, Lynn's now coming up. So even the vet's done it, and it's freaking awful. She's not sure if she or Oscar cried more. But yes, I might have missed it, but all pugs hate their front feet getting touched, let alone nails.
Yeah.
It's actually quite interesting because
I try to touch her front feet and then she pulls her paw away.
Yes. Rosie's like that. Charles is not, which is quite interesting. But so of course the great myth.
Great skate.
You're dead to her. She's had enough of your time.
Yeah, she's had enough. Don't you touch my front paw. You're off. All right.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. She's gone. Oh, she's off. She's heard the food. She's heard the food.
Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? Charles is fast asleep in his costume. He doesn't care. So, pugs, are they the worst at clipping nails?
No, so you actually asked me this question when we were catching up. You did.
Wednesday night.
I thought about the question a lot. I was just like, I'd say they're tied for first with dachshunds.
I know, which really surprised me.
Dachshunds there. A lot of dachshunds are really bad with their nails. I've seen a lot of dachshunds that are like scream at the top of their lungs, at the side of the nail clippers, not even touching them. Can't touch their feet.
Oh my God.
They start screaming. Pugs, they're very, as we all know, they're very stubborn dogs. They are very stubborn dogs.
No.
So that when you try to clip pug nails, it all depends on the history, to be honest. if they've been quicked before, there's more or less likely going to be tears, screaming, and biting happening. But, if they've been... Some pugs are pretty chill with their nails, I'd say. I'll give them that. Some pugs are pretty good with their nails. Even so, most pugs are pretty bad with their nails, I would have to say. Even some of the crossbreeds I have to clip nails on, they're pretty bad as well.
Scary. So Gary said apparently they massaged Stevie's paws when she was a puppy, and now she doesn't mind having. That's actually a fantastic idea.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea, actually. Massaging paws when they're... Well, I massaged Pepper's... As I was doing on the video, you could have seen I was rubbing her ear. She loves it. She loves it. So that'd be a great idea, actually.
Therapy.
Yeah, pretty much. That would... That's a fantastic idea. Massaging them down.
So Paula, who also has a Pepper.
Oh, another Pepper.
Yes, it must be a Pepper thing.
Must be a Pepper thing.
You go a feed.
Comes with the name.
Oh, is it? So Rachel said before that apparently Agatha will scream and thrash around, but she's happy to have her toes tickled. My God, Rachel, I have to see it. I have to see the video.
Hilarious. Oh my God.
That is actually, Gary, I have to see a photo or a picture or a video of you massaging Stevie's paws as well, because that is just incredible. I've never seen that, and I can just imagine.
That's a great one, because that's the years that you have to positive reinforcement, because that's the most they remember when they're puppies.
No, that is, I've always had rescue pugs, so that's always a challenge. So if you get them early enough, I think you could probably give them that level of comfort, but like Charles won't let me touch his ears, and I think that's just because Andrew and I both have to hold him down so that we can put the drops in his ears when he gets an ear infection. And so now it's just sort of like, touch my ears, woman, and you're dead. Like, and I get the cold shoulder. Like, I had to wash the puppies on Friday because obviously my groomers are still shut here in Victoria. Andrew got home from work, so he had to go into the office. And the second he walked in the door, they were like, not talking to you anymore. And they've
given up. Stay away from me.
Yeah, that's what. To me, I can't believe that you did this to me.
That's exactly what it's like when I wash my pugs. They come home and I'm dead to them. They run away from me when we're still at the dog wash, but when it's time to go home, they come running towards me. Or I bring in my lunch, they come running towards me. I'm like, oh, I'm glad you decided to acknowledge me again.
So actually, that is, I don't know if you can answer this question, but it's just popped into my mind when we were talking about sort of skin conditions and hair and all that sort of stuff. I've seen some brands that do have food specific for skin conditions. Does it really help?
Yes. There's a lot of foods that are high in fats. It keeps the skin oily. Mm-hmm. Keeps the skin healthy. I actually learned about this in TAFE a couple. Perfect question. Perfect timing. But pug specific. Never get that word right. But pug specific food is actually really good for them. I remember we used to feed them pug food all the time. They loved it. It was really high in fat and kept their coat really shiny because of all the oil, all the good oils in the food. Mm-hmm. It was going into the skin. Odin and Pepper basically never had any really, really bad skin conditions.
Yeah.
Because we feed them like the really high in fat food. But never always feed them high in fat food because they'll bulk up and become overweight, obviously. What we do is we mix the high in fat food with some really low fat food, get a good mix in, and we feed them that.
No, lovely. So my last question, and this is going to be like asking who's your favourite child. So who is the easiest to groom overall? Is it Peppa or Odin?
It's a tough question. It is a tough question.
We ask the tough questions on the show.
I have to take into account. We ask the tough questions. Odin, I would have to say, and to take account into everything, Peppa's quite good with her ears, but the nails are really, really bad. She's really bad with her nails. I have to say Odin. Odin, he's He was a former show dog, so he's quite good with the blow dryer. Well, in the video we saw, Pepper was really good with the blow dryer, but Odin was trying to wait. He was trying to wait, but he's pretty decent with the blow dryer, Odin is. He doesn't like the loud noise because he's a bit of a scaredy cat. He doesn't like the loud noise, but...
He's a cuddle pug.
Yes, pretty much.
I love it.
Odin's great. Odin's pretty good with his nails. He obviously doesn't have the dew claws, which makes everything like 100 times easier, but I don't recommend getting the dew claws cut off unless it's dire, obviously.
Yes.
He was a show dog. I'm not sure why his dew claws were taken off. Must be a show dog thing. But I'll definitely have to say Odin.
Oh, there we go. Actually, second question, but in line with that. Fawn versus black, which ones are easier to wash? Or does it not matter?
Well, obviously, because most of the fawns, they have the double coat. So, a lot more hair, like with Pepper, she's obviously got a double coat. All the hair that comes off hers.
It's insane.
You should see it's flying in the air, it's going everywhere, it's all over the walls. But I have to say probably black because most of them have got the singular coat.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get the chance to buy a black pug, they do have the qualities of them are like a bit better because they just shed less, but there is the chance you'll get the double coat. That was one of the main reasons why we bought black pugs because they shed a lot less. Then we got a double coat and it didn't matter anyway because she's still shedding everywhere. But I'll definitely have to say the black pugs.
Always the way.
Yeah.
Always the way. So, Cooper, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All good. Pleasure.
It was wonderful to talk about all this stuff and obviously to get the low down and dirty on Pepper and Odin again. Because they're both beautiful little puggies. I just love them. I do have a soft spot for, I'll just cover Charles's ears. I have a soft spot for black pugs. And he might get angry at me. But it's just been wonderful tonight, and everybody will be hanging around after the show to read and respond to everyone's messages. So please, if you haven't already said hello, please say hello. And I'm sure that Cooper will be happy to answer any other questions that you might not have thought until after the show finishes. And because God knows there's probably something in there that that I will think of later, and I know exactly, while I can't actually talk to my own groomer, I know that I can message Cooper.
Yeah.
So tonight's winner of the $20 Pug Parties gift card, I'm going to give to Paula Geeling. I think that's how you say it. I'm so sorry if I've said it wrong, Paula, for your wonderful question at the start of the show. It was great, and I really do appreciate it. And I'll be in contact so that we can get the gift card out to you. Now, for everybody else who's joined us tonight, thank you so much. And if you had fun and you'd like to share your pug life with other pug parents like Cooper and his family have previously and obviously tonight, then we'd love to have you on the show. And all it takes is an email or a direct message, and I'll be in contact. I think Cooper and Melissa can, and everybody else who's been on the show previously, can attest to how easy it is to come on the show. Click on a link, and then I do all the rest of the work. So that's how easy it is. Don't forget, please invite your friends and family to come and join us each week. And I'd love it if you'd leave a review on our Facebook page so other pug parents can see what they're missing out on. Because, of course, we all know every Sunday night's loads of fun, and we get to learn new things all the time, which is just beautiful. So 2 announcements tonight. If you haven't already seen, everybody, Pug Parties is hosting Pug Isoween this year. So don't forget the following dates. 18 to 24 October is your opportunity to submit your entries into the Best Dressed Pug competition. Get it right, Donna. All it costs you is a $5 donation to the 3 pug charities that we have here in Victoria. Anybody can enter it from anywhere in the world. The top 3 prizes are, first prize is a $200 Pug Parties gift card, and you can spend that on anything in the store at any time. So there is no limit on the gift card. Second prize, which has been provided to us by Rachel from Fabulous Beast Portraits. And if anybody wants to have a look, her show was 2 weeks ago. So please check that out. and it's $150 single pug portrait. And they're just absolutely stunning. And then third prize is a Miss Drew's Trick for Treaties box, which is jam-packed full of freshly baked puggy treats, as well as a little spooky toy as well. So those are the top 3 prizes. Voting for the best dressed pug will be from the 25th to the 30th of October, and then we'll announce the winners for first, second, and third prize on the our Pug Isoween show on the evening of the 31st of October. It's absolutely awesome that this year Pugoween's actually on a Sunday, so very handy. And I believe that the Odin and Peppa are going to get dressed up and for a prize.
They will.
Absolutely. They're little.
Definitely will.
I can't wait to see what they're dressed up as. So please, everybody, if you the bit.ly link, and I promise I'll also put it in to the show thingy at the bottom. It's bit.ly/Pug Isoween 2021. So pop over there, have a look, check it out, and then start planning your costumes, because Monday week entries open. So definitely got to give it a go, and it all goes to a good cause. It's for Saffron on the Hill, Pugs SOS, and Pug Rescue and Adoption for Victoria. So those 3 will be the ones that get all of the money. We don't take any money from your donations for admin fees or anything else like that. All of your donations go direct to the play to the Pug Rescues. And then finally, before we close out for the night, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. But I am happy to introduce, and I know that VV's watching online tonight. Oh, what happened there? Didn't want to stay up. What is going on? The system tonight is absolutely killing me. Let's see if it's going to do it this way. No, it just does not want to play the game. Come on. No, system hates me tonight. So next week, we're going to have VV from House of Paws, and she'll be sharing what it's like to be a doggy daycare owner and all the adventures that she has with all the doggies, both puggy and other doggy friends. And that'll be next Sunday night. So please join us. I'll be asking VV questions about the sort of things that we should be looking for when we're looking for a doggy daycarer, and the sort of things that she does to keep her doggies under her care entertained. And there are some fantastic dress-up pictures. So I'm sure that VV will also be entering into the competition. So there could be some stiff competition coming from the House of Paws teams. So, and because of course, Peppa and Odin go to the House of Paws.
Yes, Peppa and Odin love it.
There is just
absolutely love it.
Incredible. So, thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Charles has fallen asleep, so he's not going to wait before to you. It's a tough life. It's a tough life. And I'll see everyone next Sunday. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Pug evening, and be good. Oh, and for our New South Wales friends, enjoy Freedom Day. I am so jealous. So until next Sunday, have a great night, everyone.